This is the L2C Media Network on YouTube, and this is the Steve Baxley Sports File, brought to you by the L2C Media Network. And now, with the latest headlines, details, and everything else in the day in sport, here's our friend, Steve, the Baxman Baxley. Hey, thank you very much. Good evening, everybody, and thank you, Harry von Stuttgart, for that lovely announcement. And yes, the hair continuing to grow. I'm hoping to get it longer than that guy from the Oak Ridge Boys. Nope, not even going to try. Anyway, thank you for coming aboard on this broadcast. We have got our Thursday night quarterback. We've got Thursday night football. We've got a wild. Oh, boy, do we have a wild mashugana of football news for you, including not one, but two games that had to be rescheduled. And once again, the NFL must love CBS and hate ESPN. We'll explain all that. And, hey, we got to welcome our new neighbors here on YouTube, and we do so. You won't believe who it is. I didn't believe it until I saw it, but we got to welcome him anyway. So we got it all right now. Let's give you some spots. All right, as you could probably let's see. Okay, what should we do? Because I don't want any of the background to bleed in here. But, oh well, if it happens, it happens. Okay, we had a shocker almost in the Windy City. We'll tell you all about that, a whole lot more. See, when Linda Steele leaves for Florida or Los Angeles, Chicago sports teams fall apart. Anyway, let's do this puppy, shall we? Thursday night quarterbacking, and I'm going to turn this to the 930 so I can be able to hear myself. And here we go. Friends, and I know use my friends. What a game it was. Unfortunately, all I can tell you about it. Oh, what a game it was. It was a game. And we hit the wrong thing, fellas, in the control room. We hit the wrong damn thing. Can we hit the right thing, please, gentle people? Please, can we hit the right thing? I hope we can, because well, we really would love to get this show going on a good note. But we got a lot for you, including a big game down in Minute Maid Park. Wow. We'll explain all that. But right now it is time for the quarterbacking to begin. The Thursday night quarterback. And yes, this game was a game of partnership, especially Fox and the NFL Network. They broadcast this Thursday night game. As we know, they do Game 5 through, I think, the rest of the season. So, what happened? Well, we'll tell you what happened. Two people, I think, finally got it. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Did Tommy Buccaneer tame the bear? Not really. Tom Brady, 253 yards and a touchdown. Jones, 17 attempts for 106 yards. Johnson, 4 receptions, 61 yards for the Bears. Foles has done wonders since replacing Trubinsky. 243 yards, 1 touchdown, and an interception. Montgomery, 10 attempts for 29 yards and a TD. And Robinson, 10 receptions, 90 yards. Final score in a relative shocker. The Bears over the Buccaneers by 1. 20-1 was the final score in that game. And we'll, when we meet you in with the Sunday night stuff, we'll get into vertimint detail on the game. Or maybe we'll get the details of the game for tomorrow night's broadcast. There we go. No harm, no foul. Then it'll be Friday night quarterback, but that's just the what you would call the appetizer. Where do you see the main course? Yes, what do you see the main course in this game? As I just caught the microphone. You remember the French Open had an investigation about score fixing? Well, we got problems in college basketball again. Wichita State is conducting an internal investigation into the conduct of basketball coach. Hi there. Can we try that again? Yeah. Wichita State is conducting an internal investigation into the conduct of basketball coach Greg Marshall. Sources confirmed to CBS Sports on Thursday. The Athletic force first to report the investigation. The scope of the investigation is wide-ranging, but primarily centers on how he treats players with alleged physical abuse among the several alarming accounts involved in the report. Coach Marshall told the Athletic, "I'm aware of the university conducting interviews, and I fully participated in the process. I look forward to having it wrapped up as I continue to focus my energy on our team," end quote. Now, among the allegations in the report include shoving former player Shaq Morris in the back, punching Morris between the shoulders near his neck, and attempting to punch a student through the driver's window after the student parked in Marshall's reserved parking spot. What the hell does he think he is? Bobby Knight? He wouldn't be doing any of that stuff. Well, throwing a chair, yes, but the other little abuse, not much. But his treatment of individuals in and around the program has also raised alarms, per the report, and his on-court behavior has caused him problems in the past as well. The investigation comes on the heels of a mass exodus for Marshall's Wichita State program early in the spring, in which 7 players, 6 of whom were on scholarship, transferred out of the program. Wichita State also lost a commitment from class of 2020 prospect Jadon Michael in late March. Now, Marshall is the winningest coach in Wichita State history with a career record of 331-21. He was hired in 2007 from Winthrop and has made 7 NC2A tournament appearances since, with a memorable 2013-2014 season in which the program earned the number 1 seed and finished the year 35-1. The year prior, the Shockers went 30-9 and advanced to their first Final Four appearance in nearly 50 years, before falling to the national eventual champion, Louisville. Marshall has been successful even amid transition within the program as it jumped from the Missouri Valley Conference to the American Athletic Conference in 2017. Now, Wichita State has never finished in the bottom half of the ACC regular season race and finished tied for second 3 years ago. The Shockers went 23-8 last season. Wow. Nice little investigation. Let's hope it concludes. And, well, we all know this, hopefully. In college football, let's give you that before we give you our baseball roundup. And if we get the full scope of the Bears and Bucks, we'll give it to you. It seems that college football's wordsmiths, known as coaches, continue to trash talk. Somewhat. When Lane Kiffin was announced as Ole Miss coach in December 2019, the first thought that came to nearly everybody's mind was that he would get to face off with Nick Saban in Alabama every year. The first of those meetings will take place on Saturday when the number 2 Crimson Tide will cross the state line and take on the Rebels in Oxford, Mississippi. And just as you would expect, the verbal jabs are already flying in a playful fashion. During an appearance on the Dan Patrick Show this Wednesday, Kiffin suggested that if the two men met on the field, Saban wouldn't be able to cover him. Kiffin is a former quarterback, while Saban is a former defensive back. In his words, he said, quote, "I don't play and he doesn't play, so Ole Miss would have a better chance if that was the case. I don't think he can cover me. He's like in his 60s. I was telling someone the other day, I'm really worried about Coach. He's elderly now," end quote. Saban responded to his former assistant's joke and or jab during his Wednesday press conference. Quote, "I think he's probably right. I wouldn't disagree with him. I guess what I would ask is, when he's my age, what he's going to do. I don't know. It's a little bit of a disadvantage to be my age, and I have had a hip replacement, but I still pride myself on my ability to cover. I just don't think I can cover him. Oh, I might call that Duck from the Aflac commercials." No, I said that part. Kiffin responded with one simple emoji, a little goat. Kiffin was hired by Saban prior to the 2014 season, and he led an offensive renaissance in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He helped the Crimson Tide win 3 straight SEC championships and the 2015 national title. Saban fired Kiffin after the 2016 Peach Bowl national semifinal win over Washington, and replaced him in the booth with Steve Sarkisian, who served as defense coordinator and lost to Clemson in the college football playoff national championship. Oh, the doodah day. So there you go. Nice little jabs here and jabs there. Whatever floats their boat, I guess we can safely say. Okay, as you know, COVID-19 bit the big wahine and again has caused these schedule changes. And this time it's not 1, but 2 games that got the change of time and day. Let's give you the main one first, the main one of the argument. And that is the Week 5 game between the Titans and the Bills has been postponed to Tuesday night, sparking Week 6 schedule change for the Bills, says the report. And here's the explanade, at least we hope. Hours after yet another Tennessee player tested positive for COVID-19, the NFL has finally stepped in to reschedule the team's Week 5 game against Buffalo Bills, according to his lordship, Adam Schefter of ESPN. The Bills-Titans matchup originally set. Sounded drunk there. Let's try that again. The Bills-Titans matchup, originally set for Sunday afternoon, has been postponed to Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Unlike this Monday's game, this Tuesday's game is also dependent upon no more positive tests surfacing within the Titans organization, which has seen now 23 different players and our staff contract the virus since the end of September. Now, as a result of the postponement, is this going to be fun? And we'll have to check the network for this. The Bills will have their Week 6 game against Kansas City Chiefs, originally scheduled for Thursday, October 15th, tentatively pushed back to Sunday, October 18th. Now, if the Titans were to develop more positive COVID tests, however, the Bills' Week 6 game will revert to Thursday night and proceed as scheduled, per Schefter. Now, it's unclear what would happen to the Bills' Week 5 game against the Titans in that scenario, though the NFL has publicly touted forfeiture as a possible penalty for COVID protocol violations, which Tennessee is currently being investigated. So, For all you CBS television network stations, please be advised your Tuesday game and your Thursday game, there might be a little dance. So just give you a heads up. All this comes same day. The NFL also shifted Sunday's game between the Denver Broncos and New England Patriots to Monday night at 5 p.m. Eastern over on ESPN, giving them another Monday night football double dip. And also that game giving ESPN that game, which was a CBS game, to ESPN. It's sort of a way of them sending flowers and saying we apologize for the minute faux pas of last week, or this week, actually. You know, when CBS had the Monday night game scheduled opposite ESPN's, and, well, the ESPN was a little bit miffed at the NFL for neglecting them. Oh, well. Anyway. This marks the second straight week the Patriots have had a Sunday game delayed for COVID-19 this week, resulting in the team shutting down its facilities and meeting virtually ahead of the matchup with Denver. Now, suffice to say, the NFL has suddenly, over the last week or so, encountered its biggest COVID-related hurdles of the 2020 season. Now, in the wake of the latest scheduling changes, there now appears to be a chance the NFL will forego Thursday night football to kick off Week 6, with no date officially finalized on at least one other game, which is the Bills and Chiefs that week. The NFL's chief medical officer, Dr. Alan Sills, said this week the league has not ruled out the possibility of a temporary pause to the entire 2020 season because of the outbreak in Tennessee and ongoing developments in New England. So everybody, even you sportsbook folks, gird your wallets because we're not out of the woods yet. Oh, boy, are we not out of the woods yet. So stand by. Details and everything else will follow. This is going to be literally a very crucial week for the National Football League. Let's now pause for a second or two and give you some Major League Baseball scores. In fact, by the way, before we do that, we had our cheap promo department. Yes, the cheap promo department where we have to write on a dry erase board backwards. Hopefully, this will all point out to you. And this time, we'll just leave it like this. Oh, stupid me. There we go. There it is. Let's put it on full. Now, here it is in full. Denver versus New England, 5 p.m. Monday, ESPN, part of a Monday doubleheader. Buffalo, Tennessee, 7 p.m. Tuesday. That'll be on CBS. Here in Lansing, Jackson, that'll be WLNS. So once again, if your CBS affiliate airs Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy or both, no, Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy, excuse, CBS owns them, I guess, along with Sony, you might have another preemption on your hands. So don't forget Denver, New England, 5 p.m. Monday, ESPN, Buffalo versus Tennessee, 7 p.m. Tuesday, CBS. All right, there you go. And by the way, they are bringing back those three little words that make the network who they are. This is CBS. And they're going to do a lot of things with the CBS logo, the classic eye. What it is, it's going to be spectacular. What can I say? Okay, speaking of eyes, let's do it to it. Okay, right now, we're not going to call this yet. It is in the it's in the bottom of the seventh inning. Dodgers take an 8-3 lead. 8-11-1 for the Dodgers. 3-4-2 for the Padres. LA leads the Dodgers. LA leads the series 2-0. They win this. It's over. It's the best 3 out of 5 division series. I thought it was the best 4 out of 7. Anyway, there you go on that side of the day. So Dodgers lead the series 2-0. If the score holds up, the Dodgers will play the Los Angeles. Jesus Christ. I wish we can start this over, but no, mistakes continue them. Okay, let's start this again. If the score stays the same, by the way, we do go to the bottom of the seventh. It is 8-3. If the score stays as is, the Dodgers will win the series in the sweep and will play the Atlanta Braves, who, speaking of sweeps, swept the Miami Marlins 7-0, 7-10-0 for the Braves, 0-5-1 for the Marlins. And your players owe the game were Swanson, the Atlanta shortstop, went 2 for 3, got a run, triple, 2 ribs, and a walk. Wright, the Atlanta pitcher, pitched 6 full, gave up 3 hits, no earned runs, got 7 strikeouts and 2 walks. The winning pitcher, by the way, is Wright. He's 1-0. Sanchez got the loss with the Marlins. He's 0-1. On the other side of the dais, well, we now know who's going into the ALCS. It's only one team. The Houston Astros. They mollywopped the Oakland Athletics 11-6, 11-14-0 for the Stros, 6-11-1 for the Athletics. Javier is the winner. He's 2-0. Montaz is the loser. He's 1-1. Brantley is one of the players of the game. The DH from Houston went 3 for 5, 3 runs, 2 homers, and 3 ribs. Laureano, the Oakland center fielder, went 2 for 4, 2 runs, 2 homers, and 4 RBIs. The Astros are awaiting the winner of the Yankees and Tampa Bay Rays series, which goes down to the 5th and final game. Yankees knew they had to win it to make the game tied, or the series tied, and they did. 5-1 was the final score, 5-11-0 for the Yanks, 1-3-1 for the Rays. Green is your winner. He's 1-0 for the Yanks. Thompson, the loser for the Rays, he's 0-1, and Chapman got his first save. Green pitched 2 full innings, gave up no hits, no earned runs, got 2 strikeouts, and 0 walks. Torres, the Yankee shortstop, went 2 for 3. Gave up 2 runs. Not gave up. He got 2 runs, a homer, 2 ribs, and a walk. And there you go. So, right now we're in the bottom of the 7th inning. It is Dodgers 8, Padres 3. If the score stands with the last, the 8th and 9th inning still to come, the Dodgers, if they continue this way, will sweep the Padres and will go up against the Braves. And we have to wait till Friday, I think, for who the Astros are going to play in the American League Championship Series, while the Braves will more undoubtedly play against the Dodgers for the National League Series. Anyway, that's that for thus. Let's get you up to speed and up to the slope where the whole thing just went up in smoke. Brady lost track of downs on the final drive in the loss to the Bucks, and we'll explain that to you as we bring you our little Monday night quarterback. Before we do, as we normally do at about 3 past midnight, we look upon the shredded hoof. And if it's Thursday, it must be Nick Rakita. So let's see what Mr. Rakita has in store for us tonight. on Lost Blaming the Interwebs with Nick Rekieta on the Rekieta Law channel. And I don't think he is streaming tonight. Then again, I could be wrong, and for the past 2 weeks, I have been wrong. Yahoo. Okay, so we're just looking for the biblical God. Streaming tonight, but you never know. He did stream last night. Not only did he and Ty Beard once again host the vice presidential debate, but must have been interesting. I need to show up in turn. Well, no show tonight. He's going to be on his Twitch channel. Twitch.tv/Rekieta Law, REKIETALAW, to play some games, but no show tonight. But there will be a show tomorrow, and hopefully, there you go. There is the beef and the humbleness that we have for our day. Do we have some college football for tonight? Thursday night has to be college football night in America. Should be. Could be. Possibly. We shall see. BC. If not, we're going to be doing a lot of tap dancing, but we have some other sports news. And nope, no Thursday night college sports tonight. Wow. Well, we do have one game. Houston beat Tulane 49-31. We'll get to that explanation tomorrow as well. So that's your college football report. And let us see if I do believe we do have the report from tonight's Thursday night football game. Do we have something? Do we have anything? Yes, we do. Oh, give me some Alrighty. Told you we got you covered, and we do. So here we go. It's Thursday night quarterback, like you've never heard it before. We got your recap for you, and if you are a Tom Brady fan, a advisory. So here we go. Get you a recap. 1 point game and big time mistake by Tom Brady. Not really doing his best. Let's get you to the recap. Nick Foles beat Tom Brady again. Cario Santos kicked the 38-yard field goal with 1:17 left. And the Bears beat Tampa Bay 20-19 on Thursday night after Brady seemingly lost count of downs on his final play. Brady never lost to Chicago in 5 meetings as a member of the Patriots, but facing Foles for the first time since New England fell to Philadelphia in Super Bowl 52. The 6-time champion once again, he came up short. Brady threw for 253 yards and 1 touchdown, but the Bucs came up short after winning 3 in a row. Kelly Mack had 2 sacks. DeAndre Houston-Carson broke up Brady's 4th down pass with 33 seconds left. After Santos kicked the go-ahead field goal, Brady put up 4 fingers, appearing to think he had 1 more down, but Chicago took over, so obviously they didn't. With the win, the Bears now go to 4-1, and they bounce back from a lackluster loss to Indianapolis. Foles, the Super Bowl 52 MVP, completed 30 of 42 passes for 243 yards and a touchdown in his second start after replacing Mitchell Trubisky. Allen Robinson had 90 yards receiving. Jimmy Graham caught a touchdown pass, and David Montgomery ran for a score. Brady was 25 of 41. The three-time MVP was seen screaming on the sideline late in the third quarter after an ugly drive for Tampa Bay. Mike Evans had a touchdown reception. Ryan Sucop kicked 4 field goals, including 25-yarder to give Tampa Bay a 19-17 lead with 4:49 remaining. But nose tackle Vita V was taken from the field on a cart with less than 2 minutes remaining after a teammate rolled up on his right leg, and Tampa Bay lost for the first time since the opener at New Orleans. The Buccaneers look like they might blow this one open, jumping out to a 13-0 lead, but the Bears turned it around in a flash with 2 touchdowns in the final minute 48 of the half. Montgomery plowed in from the 3. Kyle Fuller then put in a big hit on Keyshawn Vaughn as he caught a short pass, and Robert Quinn recovered the fumble, giving the Bears possession on Tampa Bay 27. A leaping Jimmy Graham made a one-handed grab in the end zone with Jamal Dean on him to haul in Foles' 12-yard pass. Here are your injuries right now with the Bucs and the Bears. Vaughn, chest, was hurt on that big hit by Fuller. Linebacker Jack Kitchie, hamstring, left the game. For the Bears, left guard James Daniels, pectoral, was hurt early in the third quarter. Linebacker Devontae Bond, quadricep, was hurt on the game's opening kickoff. Buccaneers host the Green Bay Packers. Oh, is that going to be a fun game on October 18th? And the Bears visit Carolina also on the 18th. Final score, Bears 20, Tampa Bay 19. That's all for your Thursday night quarterback. Now, more to talk about and discuss, and we will do that immediately. Did I wipe off the... Yes, I did. Good. Have to do that once in a while. Well, we knew that somehow we would get you some headlines, and we will. Want to say congratulations to Ashley Graham. 2 years from TV6. She now does her thing on WWBH TV. Used to be Channel 20 down there in Florida. It is in Fort Myers. It is now NBC2 in Fort Myers, where Ashley Graham works. And if she's watching, how do? Enjoy Florida. Be very careful. At least here in the Lansing-Jackson area, you didn't have to worry about hurricanes or heat or greasy guys going up and saying, "Hey, would you like to star in a movie?" Anyway, let's get some news from our friends at Awful Announcing. And wazoo, mon amis. We're going to start off with a little local media bites. In fact, it's our media bites segment that we plan on giving you right here, right now. And that media bites segment begins with a fox has finally been discovered in Jackson, Michigan. At least the sports radio type. That's right. Jimmy McKibben of McKibben Media made the announcement on October 1st, and we get it on October 9th. That's ballsy if you believe in that. And I do. That's right, folks. McKibben Media, of which Jamie McKibben is the grand poobah, made the format change, semi-format change. Big announcement on the 1st, and we're going to get it right now. Bear with. We'll try to find that lovely bit of news for you. Just hang a little bit with us. We're going to try to find that little news. There it is. Okay, this news came from October 7th. Wow, not bad. But 101.9 FM, WIBM FM in Jackson, Michigan. Started out as an affiliate of the ESPN radio network. That's right. Well, McKibben Media Group swapped sports networks on 1019 W270CJ, Jackson, Michigan, otherwise known as WIBM FM 101.9. The former Jackson Sports 1019 FM on October 1st. The station is carrying the full national Fox Sports radio lineup, along with local high school sports and a weekly outdoor show hosted by Jamie McKibben himself. W270CJ continues to be fed by 105.3 WKHM's HD2 in Brooklyn, Michigan. So a big jump for the station, and congratulations. I knew one day Fox Sports would invade Jackson. It wasn't until they changed ownership that they finally decided to make that change. ESPN, of course, we got a story on them coming up, and it just doesn't look, maybe they did the switch at a good time. Let's give you that story right now as we continue our headline department. And excuse me for a moment. It is most definitely. Hi, do we pump you there? Thank you. Excuse me. There we go. Well, in a way, this is bizarre, but in a way, it sort of helps out. Let tell a little story here for you. Little story for you. Dominique Foxworth and Field Yates are sticking around. The network, ESPN, announced contract extensions for them both. Foxworth joined ESPN and the Undefeated back in the summer of 2016, and he'll continue to contribute to the Undefeated with his new deal, while also making appearances on various ESPN studio programming, including Get Up, First Take, and Outside the Lines. Yates joined ESPN back in 2012 as a Patriots beat writer for ESPN Boston, but has progressed from that role into his current position as NFL insider, host of Fantasy Football Now, and podcast and ESPN radio hosting gigs. But let's not read too much into those two extensions. But there's a reason. Let's tell you that reason. We didn't already, and I don't think we did, but we'll give you that little reasoning. As we all know, we did last night, but we'll do it anyway. This comes at a time that further ESPN layoffs may be in the works. The timing and the size are unclear. Several reports, especially from Michael McCarthy of Front Office Sports, he wrote Wednesday that they might be coming in the next few weeks, and it could hit 300 to 700 employees, especially those who not only work behind the camera, but some on-camera TV and radio talents could be impacted, particularly if their contracts are expiring this year. They just don't know when exactly, but once again, COVID-19 being the primary example. And they're not the only ones doing some cutting. And this one, I think people just want to be concerned about as well. And we only give you just a little bit, but in fact, we can only give you a little headline from the Wall Street Journal, that bastion of truth, justice, and commerce. Let's give you their news. restructuring its workforce as it seeks to reduce costs by as much as 20% as the coronavirus pandemic drains in. The overhaul, which is expected to begin in the coming weeks, would result in thousands of layoffs across the Warner Media system, from Warner Brothers Studios and TV channels like HBO, TBS, and TNT. Rivals including Walt Disney Company and Comcast NBC Universal have also cut jobs in recent months as the film and TV business continue to struggle due to this pandemic. Warner spokesman said, like the rest of the entertainment industry, we have not been immune to the significant impact of the pandemic. We are in the midst of that process. The company would reorder its operations to focus on growth opportunities. We are in the midst of that process, and it will involve increased investments in priority areas and, unfortunately, reductions in others. Update your resumes, folks. This is going to be brutal. I have a feeling brutal is just a little word, is just saying it lightly. But here's a little something to wet your whistle. Clint Boyer has made it official. That's right. Let's give you that official word right here, right now. After this season, Clint Boyer's going to hang up his fire suit. That's right. Clint Boyer has always had a knack for broadcasting. Fox would love to have Boyer on commentary in select races, and he would be informative and have the ability to insert some humor throughout a broadcast. Many figure when Darrell Waltrip retired last year, Boyer would be on top of Fox's list to complete the three-man booth with Mike Joy and Jeff Gordon. But Boyer was still driving and wasn't yet ready to have a post-racing career. Well, it turned out that day came as Boyer announced he's going to retire from full-time racing to go into the Fox NASCAR booth. In a statement posted on his Twitter page, Boyer thanked everyone who helped him throughout his racing career as he trades in his helmet for a headset for the 2021 NASCAR Cup Series season. Boyer began his NASCAR career in 2004, driving for Richard Childress, entering full-time Cup competition 2 years later. Boyer put together a very solid career, scoring 10 wins and a career-best second-place points finish in 2012. Currently driving for Stewart-Haas Racing since 2017, Boyer will step aside for what will likely be Chase Briscoe, Stewart-Haas's Xfinity Series driver, who is one of the favorites to win this year's championship. Now, the transition from driver to broadcaster should be rather seamless for Boyer. One great thing Fox does is their annual Drivers Only broadcast, where the Fox On Air crew coaches current NASCAR drivers as they take control of an Xfinity race broadcast. That couldn't be done this year due to COVID-19 pandemic, but it's a learning experience for drivers to gain a better perspective of what the media encounters and gives them something to consider if they want to go into broadcasting after they retire. Now, Boyer was a fixture on both on Fox's iRacing broadcast earlier this year and was a popular figure on the broadcast when he took part. Now, as Boyer's racing career winds down, fans will miss him being on the track, but they'll be glad that he's in the booth for at least the first half of the NASCAR season. Bills, laughs, and thanks for the fish. Anyway. And we all know about SB Nation. Vox has, not Fox, but VOX. Vox has demonstrated the most disgraceful management with SB Nation for several years, and you won't believe what they've done again. Vox Media's mismanagement of their sports content over the past year deserves a lot of attention, mainly from a psychiatric form. From their initial April furloughs of talent and prominent employees through their June and July cuts of many of those that were furloughed. And it makes it particularly funny to see their latest spin released Thursday on the promotion of Jermaine Spradley. Now, Spradley had previously been the vice president responsible for SB Nation. That's good. And before that, he'd been the general manager of SB Nation, and he was in control through this summer's incredibly disastrous cuts. So it's interesting, particularly, especially considering how it came 16 months after a Vox release about how their brands would all be represented by an SVP, Senior Vice President, except for SB Nation. Quote, going forward, 4 groups will represent all 7 networks, each led by a new senior vice president. Those will be 1. The Verge and Polygon, led by Chris Grant. 2. Ida and Curb, led by Amanda Clute. 3. SB Nation, which includes our 300-plus sports communities, MMA Fighting, and SBNation.com. And 4. Box and Recode, led by Lauren Williams. The Verge, Polygon, Eater, and Curbed will continue to operate independently under their respective editors-in-chief, end quote. Now, this is further evidence of how Vox Media's leadership, including publisher Melissa Bell, has horribly misunderstood what they have in their sports brand. This company was built on the back of sports brand SB Nation, but after that brand allowed them to launch other verticals across the old technology highway, fashion, food, other areas, they have horribly neglected it. SB Nation had many of the best sports writers out there, but opted to let them go in favor of pursuing some other strategy. That led to ex-SB Nation personalities like Spencer Hall and Richard Johnson appearing on prominent TV networks with their independent Moon Crew platform rather than SBN. And if there's ever an indictment of an online outlet strategy, it's that literal TV networks recognize the value of in your employees that you ignored. And it's also remarkable that this promotion of Spradley comes 16 months after the supposed division of brands into areas led by senior vice presidents. Says a whole lot about Vox and Bell that they didn't think the SBN division needed representation at the SVP level until now. And it's sort of fitting, considering Bell's incredible ineptness in understanding the world of sports. The woman has somehow been given authority over one of the world's most prominent sports media brands, and yet she criticized the shutdown full cast for comments on Alabama head coach Nick Saban, one of the most notable figures in the sports world. Now, per a source at Awful Announcing, Melissa was in a meeting with Banner Society brass and was criticizing the shutdown full cast, calling it too insular and unappealing to a broad enough audience. She pointed a picture of Nick Saban as an example, and she said she had no idea who that was. He's a coach of a very popular and a very winning football team. And a very, very winning one, too. Like big ass awards. From this corner, it feels like the person who doesn't know who Nick Saban is should be the one tossed to the curb rather than the incredible college football talent SB Nation had, then laid off. But what can you say about ineptness? It has consistently continued to minimize the importance of sports over the past few years, even though sports is the only thing that led to them having a media company in the first place. It says something that 16 months after announcement of senior vice presidents to oversee the various brands, they finally got around to giving SB Nation representation on that level. They made that representation the person who presided over SB Nation's destruction as a viable sports outlet. And why not give a little applause to Vox Media, who've been able to take that once good sports site and build a lot of crappy imitations of it in other genres, then put it in a shredder and Freddy Krueger it. Then try to claim they still somehow care about sports. That's fine and dandy. And it's notable to see Vox Media CEO Jeff Bankoff, who previously made a lot of public hay out of creating the great sports site of AOL Fan House and then exiting before its destruction, allowing a successor sports site created under his auspices to be destroyed by non-sports people. Good luck, good luck to Spradley. You're gonna need it. And good luck to Vox on realizing just what have they done. Good luck to all in trying to do something with the brand. So there you go. And thank you again, Awful Announcing. Now, We're nearing our little level of ostentatiousness that we like to call. Hey, it's uh, it's time to give you the shout outs. That's right. We do our shout outs now and then. Scoreboard. And do we have any other media bites to perform? I do believe we've done most of the media bites, but here we go with you and I here together again. Yahoo! Here we go again. Okay, let us say hello to the awesome one, Audrey Dogren over at WLNS. Alex Sims, also over at WLNS. Nick Mantis, also at WLNS. We also say hello to Angela Peterson, Christina Peterson. We say an awesome howdy hi to E. Tanaka, Anne-Marie Mann, Jay the Brain Man, Matthew Nichols, Jerry Nichols, Nancy Nichols, Crystal Hart, Cassie Little, Helena Kirby, Vanessa Elise Messenger, and her little child, and her little one. January J. Keaton and her little bundle of joy and love. Soraya Fidel, Yvonne Marie, Chad Nappy, James James Murph Dog Murphy, or Mad Murph Dog Murphy. Mike Pluta, Ricky Pickrell, Tony Pickrell, Michael Pickrell, Brenda Gaminsky, Brenda Dixon, Amy Hayes, Stacy Hayes, Frida Hayes, and Morris Hayes. We also say hello to those of you folks who are planning to attend the big wrestling event over at Michigan Center. I hope to attend, but we shall just have to see what gives and what goes on. We also say hi to Connor Haywood, the junior running back for MSU. Can't wait for football. Oh, it's going to be fun, isn't it? Yes, it is. It's certainly going to be fun. Hello to Melissa Wilson, Tom Ziska, Donnelly Keith over at Fox 26. Hello to all the folk over at that fun place I like to call. Da, 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 da. What fun place? Whoa, did I forget? Yes, I did. Want to say a big old thanks to everyone at the. There. Ooh, wow. There we go. Nice. Sorry about that. My ear itching. So I had to clean it. My apologies. Regina Lewis, Joseph Schwartz, the lovely Randy West, Deshaun Whipple, Wesley Snell, Ralph Gaultier. Of course, as I said, Cassie Little, Helena Kirby, Vanessa Elise Messenger, and Amari Woods. Also, to Chris Lewis, Chris French, Leonard Brand, Kim Buckman, Jennifer Finney, Mike Polta Jr., Jennifer Torres. Hi. Also, gotta do a quick hi to everyone on Twitter. Mandy Summers, Wyatt Holiday, Peter Gilmore, Charlie's London. How you doing? John Mallon. How you doing? EVS. How you doing, sir? We also say hi, hello, and nominal greetings to the following individuals. Travis, how you doing, my friend? Former member of the big time wrestling staff, along with Mike Sparks. How you doing, guys? We also say hi to KAC, Ivy McKellen, Kelly Ann Collins, that beautiful patient. Brad Shepard, Alex Sims, as we said, Mario Liu, Lisa Guerrero, Andrea Isom, our darling. We also say a bon hi to Cheryl Atkinson. We also say hi to all my friends on the Twitter. We also say a big old hi and a big old hello to all my friends on the site of warmth, otherwise known as the Gram, or the Gram as I like to call it. We say hi to Dorothy Malone. We also say a big old beautiful hello to Courtney Lynn Elwood. Hi, how you doing? Linda Steele, how you doing? Great to see you. Good luck in your travels, far and wide. Keep in touch as per usual, because there's a lot of things going on that I just love to tell you about. We just got Silver Harpenian, Dana White from TV8, Eva Fiore. We also say hi to Francia James, Kimberly Wells, the Patty Riley, and to Manuela Marchigani. Hi. And to all my friends on that fun thing we love to call Instagram, and to my Twitter friends and Facebook buddies. Glad to see you. Okay. We done that? We got time? Then guess what, folks? We got time. We got the beer. In some cases, the whiskey. Yes. There's only one thing we got to do left. And you know what that is? That's right. It's scoreboard time. Let's get you right with the scoreboard. Give you everything we got on that scoreboard. It's a lovely scoreboard. So lovely, in fact, we've named it George. And then we have a special hello that we must do. So, when ready, let's kick some sports grass here and give you scores. It's going to be a fun night, folks. Take it from us. Somebody should. We'll also give you a quickie update on the Dodgers and Le Padres. In fact, here's the quickie update. Almost a quickie update. I think we may have a little brochette of news as we approach that time in the evening where we have to do things fast. But I do believe the scoring is holding. Dodgers lead the Padres 8-3 as we go to the ninth inning. So stand by. I think it'll be the Dodgers and the Atlanta Braves. Oh, that's going to be fun. You know that? That is. Okay, kids, let's rock it and roll it. By the way, Friday, what could possibly be the last game of the very much truncated National Basketball Association, and Adam Silver has announced that there'll be no more political messages in their league. That's right. They tried it, and the ratings, let's just say the viewers have spoken, and so have mainly the ratings. The NBA playoffs under the bubble at Disney's Wide World of Sports Complex. I know it's ESPN's Wide World of Sports Complex in Disney World. They have fallen 40 to 50%. not exactly very good ratings. Adam Silver has said, hey, the people have spoken. We're playing basketball. We're not going to go this political route. And speaking of routes, in the Euro qualification promotion, Georgia beat Belarus 1-0. Bosnia-Herzegovina and Northern Ireland ended in a 1-1 tie, so they had penalty kicks. Northern Ireland defeated Bosnia and Herzegovina 2-1. Hungary over Bulgaria 3-1. Iceland over Romania 2-1. North Macedonia over Kosovo 2-1. Serbia and Norway ended in a 1-1 tie, so they went to extra time where Serbia beat Norway 2-1. Scotland and Israel, they also went to a 0-0 tie, and after penalty kicks and after an extra time did not result in anything. Scotland wound up beating Israel 1-0. And Slovakia and Ireland also ended up in a scoreless tie, so they went to extra time, and when that failed, they went to the penalty kicks. Slovakia beat Ireland 1-0. In the Euro League, CSKA Moscow over Maccabi Tel Aviv 76-72. Fenerbahce over Anadolu Elfs 80-71. Valencia defeated Real Madrid 93-77. In Spanish basketball, it was San Paulo Burgos over Basket Zaragoza 100-86. In Swedish soccer, not soccer, in Swedish hockey, there you go. Swedish hockey, Dragardens over Luleå 3-2. Farstead over Linkopings 5-4. Frölunda over Barnes 3-0. Vaxjo over Lekstands 2-0. Malmo over Orebro 2-1. Rogel over Oskarshamn 3-2. Skellefteå over HV 71 4-2. In the realm of Japanese baseball, the game between the Chiba Marines and Oryx Buffaloes was postponed. Hanshin Tigers over Hiroshima Carp 9-1. Nomura 9-16-0 for the Tigers, 1-4-1 for the Carp. Nomura for the Carp gets a loss. He's 6-3. Nishi gets the win for the Tigers. He's 9-4. Rakuten Golden Eagles over the Nippon Ham Fighters 4-1. 4-7-0 for the Eagles. 1-4-0 for the Ham Fighters. Martinez for the Ham Fighters gets the loss. He's 1-6. Kishi gets the win for the Eagles. He's 3-0. The Fukuoka Silverhawks and the Seibu Lions went to extra innings and then decided, hey, we're just going to end it in a tie. 4-4, Hawks and the Lions. In fact, the line score is actually the same. 4-9-0 for the Lions, 4-9-0 for the Hawks. No winner, no loser. Yomiuri Giants beat up on the Yokohama Bay Stars 9-7, 9-10-0 for the Giants, 7-11-1 for the Bay Stars. Sanchez gets the win for the Giants. He's 7-3. Ino gets the loss for the Bay Stars, 6-6. Do we have an update on the Dodgers game, guys? Eighth inning, it is still 8-3. Scoring is still standing. South Korea, the Korean Baseball Organization, Hanwha Eagles over the Kia Tigers, 13-6, 13-16-1 for the Eagles, 6-11-3 for the Tigers. Kiwoom Heroes over the NC Dinos, 10-7, 10-15-0 for the Heroes, 7-15-0 for the Dinos. LG Twins over Samsung Lions, 1-0, 1-8-0 for the Twins, 0-5-0 for the Lions. KT Wiz Swan over the Lottie Giants, 6-5, 6-8-0 for the Swan, 5-8-0 for the Giants. And finally, the Doosan Bears blanked the SK Wyverns, 10-0, 10-14-0 for the Bears, 0-5-0 for the Wyverns. And that, in a blatant nutshell of happiness and joy, is the end. The end of our little show for you here on the old YouTube broadcast, or words to that effect. But before we go, where are our manners? We forgot yesterday to welcome our new neighbor. That's right. For those of you that don't know, Keith Olbermann has returned to the bosom of YouTube, where he, along with GQ, launched a little bit called The Resistance in 2016. And then he left to return to ESPN, where he hosted his own little sports commentary show called Olbermann. After that, and a few preemptions went up in flame, he decided to do some sports centers and some other shows for ESPN. But when ESPN decided, I don't think we're going to have anyone doing any political commentaries, he decided it was time for now to leave so he can go back to doing political commentaries on his own channel. So he left on his own terms, friendly, nice, respectable. He thanked those in charge of the new ESPN. Personally, I think he left a little too soon. He should have left when the campaign started going. That's where he succeeds. When the campaign, 24 days until the election. But that's neither here nor there. We're being a little picayune here. But we welcome Keith Olbermann with open arms, and tender respects to his decision to go forth and reclaim his popular political commentary on his own YouTube channel, Keith Olbermann's The Worst Person of the World. Gee, I wonder who that's all about. Just wondering if the other guys, if the other two win, is he going to be as commentarial as he is with these two, our present occupants of the White House? Of course, our program here, we don't dwell on politics. We do not commentarialize. We let the professionals do it. After all, Keith Olbermann did put MSNBC on the map, although it was really Jody Applegate, some guy named Brian Williams, Mary Kathleen Flynn, John Gibson, on the backs of NBC News and Microsoft before Microsoft decided they want to get out. So they did. Anyway, but Keith Olbermann has changed a little bit, the style and substance. His political commentary continues to be random and in some cases, well, pure Keith Olbermann. So, Keith, welcome with open arms and tender respects. Welcome your political commentaries. Well, let's just put it this way. You live in your own house. We live in ours. We handle sports. You handle politics. This is going to be a very fun rest of 2020, isn't it, kids? Yes, it is. At least for sports. That's going to wrap things up for us for tonight. Once again, we welcome you, Keith Olbermann. Welcome you with open arms. You may borrow anything from our garage if you wish, power tools, garbage bags, anything you wish. Just remember, unlike some other neighbors, remember to please return what you borrowed. Anyway, thanks everybody. Anyway, welcome, Keith, to YouTube, and it's great to have you among our neighbors here on Steve Baxley's Sports Final. Thank you, everybody, for watching. That is it for SBSF. I will see you all tomorrow night. And tomorrow night, we should, in introspect, I'm going to call it. I'm going to say Dodgers, Braves for the NLCS. There you go. Anyway, we got another LA team, the Lakers and the Miami Heat. Miami's got to win tomorrow night to maintain hope of sending the egos of the Lakers and King James down into the dumps. But again, if the Lakers, this is their lucky year, then God bless. Anyway, we got Lakers Heat. We've got, if I'm not mistaken, I think we have, that's about it. Oh, yeah, that's about it. Just Lakers Heat. And anything else that is dealing in sports, we will bring it to you. Until then, I'm Steve Baxley, and as always, we remind you that no matter what sports you love, may your favorite teams always, always win. Good night, America, wherever and whomever ye may be in this wide world of sports. Good night, everybody. This has been a Mystifying Creativity production for the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. I'm going to have that written down so I don't have to foul it up. Thanks, everybody. And from all of us at L2C Sports, have a good night. Talk to you tomorrow. Peace out. And as always, blessings to one and all. Good night.